Now friends, let's talk about question number 23. This is a problem based on permutation and combination, and you have to find the number of words from the letter of the word letter, that is letter, in which vowels never come together. So vowels never come together means we are talking about, first of all, let's write, say, letter, right? This is what we have. So you can see here we have EE and TT. So first of all, let's talk about the number, total number of ways this can be arranged. So total number of words which are possible with or without meaning is what? We have 6 factorial divided by factorial 2 into factorial 2. Now let us take words with vowels together. So this is going to be what? So that means what we can write? We can write this is words with vowels together means we are talking about EE, and this will be considered as one unit, right? And the other thing is LTTR we have. So that means we have 5 units as a whole. So this is 4 and this is 1 as a whole. So basically we have 5, and we can write it as 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. That means what we have to find that in which the vowels never come together. That means we are talking about 6 factorial, that is coming out to be, say, 180, and this is coming out to be, we have 60, which is nothing but we have 120. So basically you have to subtract it because they are never together. That means 180 minus 60 will give you 120 here. Now friends, let's talk about question number 24. You have been given mod of x plus y is equal to mod of x, where x and y are the 2 non-zero vectors we have. And also 2x plus lambda y is perpendicular to y. So we have to find the value of lambda here. That means if I talk about mod of x plus y, this is x plus y. These are the 2 vectors we have. We have to square it first of all, right? So this is going to be a very interesting one. Get some relation from here. So what we can write? We can write this as x plus y dot x plus y. Again we can write vector x dot vector y. Got it? So x dot x, yes, this is mod of x square. Then we have mod of y square we have. Then we have 2 x dot y, and this is going to be mod of x square, right? So this is cancelled. We come out with a relation that is nothing but magnitude of y square plus 2x dot y, and this is going to be equal to 0 we have. Also you can see here that 2x plus lambda y is perpendicular to y. That means we have 2x bar plus lambda y dot y vector is always equal to 0. So this is going to be 2 vector x dot vector y plus lambda, we have y dot y, that is magnitude of y whole square is equal to 0. Now if we compare these two, we get lambda is equal to 1. You can just have a look at this part, because the coefficient of magnitude of y whole square is 1. Here also it is 1, and we have the same equation. So the final answer is 1 we have. Now friends, let's talk about question number 25. Consider the data on x taking the value 0, 2, 4, 8 up to 2 to the power n with frequencies NC0, NC1, NC2 up to NCn respectively. If the mean of this data is 7 to 8 upon 2 to the power n, then n is equal to what? So you can see here, it is a problem which is based in statistics as well as a bit of combination is also there, and maybe we'll be using binomial theorem also. So how we'll be using it? Let's have a look at it. See, so when you talk about the mean part, so we know that mean is nothing but whenever the frequency and the observations are given to you, this is xi fi divided by sigma fi. So here we have been given the mean to be 7 to 8 divided by 2 raised to the power n, which is equal to, again let's multiply the corresponding terms now. That is 0 times NC0 plus twice into NC1 we have plus 4 into NC2 we have. Then we have 2 raised to the power n times NCn, and we add all the terms of frequency, that is NC0, NC1, then we have NCn here. So if you just have a look at it, this is nothing but, if you just use the binomial property here, or the properties of binomial coefficient here, it is going to be 1 plus 2 raised to the power n, this is minus 1, we have added 1 and subtracted 1 to get 1 plus x raised to the power n form, and this is nothing but we have 2 raised to the power n. So this is 7 to 8 divided by 2 raised to the power n. So this is nothing but we have 3 raised to the power n minus 1 upon 2 raised to the power n. So 3 raised to the power n minus 1 is equal to 7 to 8 we have. So that means n should be 6, then only this equality is satisfied. So the answer is 6 we have. So friends, hopefully you have understood all the concepts, all the answers we have discussed in this particular paper. So keep learning. God bless you, all of you.